Hello friends, let's begin with our elasticity of demand, that is types of price elasticity of demand. In last lecture, we have discussed with the concept elasticity of demand, then we have seen the different types of elasticity of demand, and we have calculated some numerical problems also. So now let's move on to the next topic, that is types of price elasticity of demand. In types of price elasticity of demand, what I have done, there are total 5 types, but I have divided into 2 parts. In today's session, we are going to cover only 3 types of price elasticity of demand. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, see, this is price elasticity, and price elasticity is of 5 types: perfectly elastic demand, perfectly inelastic demand, perfectly unitary elastic, unitary inelastic. So we have to cover, in this session I will be covering only unitary elastic. Just a second. I will be covering unitary elastic, then relatively elastic, and relatively inelastic. These 3 types we are going to cover in this session. As we have already discussed how we get the formula, again I will tell you. See, we know that percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. Okay. Percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. In every lecture, I have explained you this formula. This is very important. Just don't by heart it. Understand the concept also. So what we write, delta Q upon Q whole divided by delta P upon P, which is nothing but delta Q upon Q. We can put division sign now, delta P upon P, which says that delta Q upon Q, instead of division I will put multiplication, and whenever we put multiplication sign, the places will get changed. So we got the formula of price elasticity of demand as delta Q upon delta P into price upon Q. Now remember this. On the basis of this, they have given these are the types of elasticity of demand, and on the basis of this they have given symbolical value of it. You can see here infinity sign is there, then less than, more than 1, equal to 1, and less than 1, and 1 is 0. Hmm? We are going to learn only these 3 parts. Let's begin. Now first type is unitary elastic demand. Okay, so in the unitary elastic demand, say when proportionate or percentage change in quantity demanded is, remember this, is exactly equal to, see, it is numerical value is exactly equal to. They mean to say that whatever the percentage change in price brings same percentage change in quantity demanded, then we call it as unitary elastic demand. Its symbolical value is E is equal to 1. How? See, we know this formula, percentage change in quantity demanded upon percentage change in price. What is that percentage? Old new difference we have seen in the last lecture. We have solved numerical problem based on it. Now students, remember, they have readily given you the percentage change in quantity demanded. That's why we have not written delta Q change, old new, we have not written. They have given you readily the figures. See here, what we have assumed, 10% fall in price of, see, this is 10% we can write like this: 10% fall in price of a commodity leads to, because of fall in price by 10%, their result is 10% rise in quantity demanded. See, same inverse relationship is there, but the figures check. There is change of 10% and it brings same 10% result, so we are calling it as, so if we put percentage change in quantity demanded is 10%, percentage change in price is 10%, 10%, 10%, answer is 1. That's why they are saying that it is exactly equal to 1. 10% reaction is also 10%. 10% fall in price, your reaction in the form of demand is also 10%. Means 10% fall in price, and you have also demanded the exact 10% demand increase in demand, so your answer will be 1. Now let's see how to draw the diagram. But I will. Okay, say take this as 6 centimeter, this distance, and here also 6 centimeter. I'm writing the numbers in the exam. We don't need to write 6 centimeter and 3 centimeter. But I will take this as okay, rule lines. So that you will easily see the green color. Then I will change the page color also. We will take rule line color as red. Okay, and then I will take this. I guess it will look okay. Now remember students, I have assumed this as one box as 1 centimeter, so it will come as, I have drawn, take 6 centimeter here, 6 centimeter here. After 6 centimeter, mark 3 centimeter also. Initially you draw like this, afterwards once you get the practice of it, then don't draw it. Okay, so now x-axis, y-axis. X-axis indicates quantity demanded, y-axis indicates price of a commodity. Okay, so now from 0 to this point, this is my OP. Suppose this is my OP. So you are going to measure from O to 6 to P 6 centimeter. Same way from O, don't write anything right now. OP. So what I'm saying, 0 to P, OP. We can say that OP, at OP price, quantity demanded is suppose OQ. Now remember, we have drawn 6 centimeter line, x-axis, y-axis. At 6 centimeter on y-axis, I have put as P. So at OP price, that is 6 centimeter, quantity demanded is OQ, that is 3 centimeter only. Here I'm going to join these 2 points. So at OP price, my quantity demanded is OQ. Now OP is 6 centimeter and OQ is 3 centimeter. Just to, I'm telling you all these things, centimeters and all, so that your diagram should look proper. Okay, afterwards in your exam you are not going to write 3 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Yes, but you are going to write x-axis, y-axis, quantity demanded, price of a commodity. Okay, So once you have drawn, now I have marked 3 centimeter over here. I will show that the now price has fallen. Price has fallen. Suppose it has fallen to P1 from OP to OP1. Take exactly 3 centimeter from O. Now quantity has increased. Okay, so mark over here 6 centimeter Q1. Now quantity has increased. So I will show like this. Okay, then it will come like this. Join this. So it is called DD curve. Okay, so remember what I have done. I have taken 6 centimeter both the side, x-axis, y-axis. Okay, x-axis, y-axis. Initially I have written x-axis. You have to, in the diagram you have to write y-axis, x-axis, quantity demanded, price, and your O. Okay, these things have been done. Then I am showing OP. At OP price, OP I have taken 6 centimeter, marked after 6 centimeter. At OP price, here on x-axis I have marked after 3 centimeter OQ. So this is my initial at OP. Quantity demanded is OQ. When price falls to OP1, okay, so my new quantity is price is OP1, and because of fall in price, my quantity demanded has reacted, response has been given, and in the same form. So if you see this part and this part in your diagram should, sorry, okay, this part, oh sorry, what happened? In your diagram these two parts should remain same. Okay, now let's see the diagram is same like this. Here they have labeled as DD, demand curve, elasticity is equal to 1, 10% fall in price, exactly 10% rise. That's why I'm telling you these two boxes should remain, should look same. Then here they have shown initially price is OP, quantity demanded is OQ, which we have drawn after 3 centimeter. And when price falls exactly after 3 centimeter from Q to Q1, distance is 3 centimeter, or you can mark from O to Q1 6 centimeter, and your diagram will look like this. Okay, so quantity demanded, price, everything has been labeled. Now see, in this case demand curve slopes downward uniformly. When price falls from OP to OP1, that is 10% fall, demand rises from OQ to OQ1, that is 10%. Therefore slope of demand curve is rectangular hyperbola. Mention this, rectangular hyperbola, shown in the figure. Okay, we have done with the first diagram. Now let's move on to the next diagram. I will quickly revise after it, after explaining all three. I'm not getting this. Let's, okay, okay. Okay. Now this relatively elastic demand, it is elasticity of demand is more than 1. More than 1 means what? When the proportionate of percentage change in the quantity demanded is greater. See here, demand, whatever we are reacting in the form of demand is more compared to price. There is change in the price has fallen, but the reaction in the form of demand is more than that change in the price. That's why it is elastic. Elastic म्हणजे काय असतं? We are reacting, we are responding. So percentage change in the price, then demand is said to be relatively elastic. See why, what they have given over here, it is greater than. Earlier we said it is exactly equal to. Sentence is same. After explaining all three, I will tell you how to remember this. Here the amount demanded of a commodity rises much, huh, after a slight fall. Let's see the example. 5% fall in price. See, now price has fallen 5% only, but quantity demanded, our reaction is more. Quantity demanded has increased as per the law of demand. Inverse relationship is there. But see the reaction. Here it is 10% rise. Okay, 5%, only 5% fall in price, but the reaction is more compared to price. Percentage fall in price. So we will write it like percentage change in quantity demanded is what? 10%. Percentage change in price is what? 5%. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. So it is coming more than 1, 2. Answer is 2. That's why elasticity of demand is more than 1. And whenever it is more than 1, we call it as elasticity of demand is relatively elastic demand. It means that you are responding more compared to change in the price. So let's see the diagram. See, in the same way, you have to, first I will tell you 1, 2. I have assumed that this one box is 1 centimeter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After this, I am marking over here. Then here after 6 centimeter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6 centimeter. Initially write down the measurement, afterwards we will see. Here 4 centimeter. After 2 centimeter also make one mark, and here after, here also after 2 centimeter. Okay, now label it as OP. Initially the price is OP. Initially the price is OP, and at that time quantity demanded is OQ. Okay, so initially I will, whatever the first thing is there, I will join it. So it says that at OP my price is at OP price my quantity demanded is OQ. Got it? OP, from O I have taken 4 centimeter distance, and for quantity I have taken 2 centimeter distance. Now what they are saying, there is a fall in price. So we have marked over here half only. Okay, it's total 4 centimeters, so half OP1. After 2 centimeter I have marked as OP1. Now price has fallen. Now your demand will increase, but it is increasing double. Like I have to show this from 2 centimeter to 6 centimeter. This total distance is only 4 centimeter. If you don't want to count from here, you can count from 0 also. And my new demand is Q1. So I'm joining this. Okay. So if I join this, I get D. So this is my change. This is change in price, and this is my reaction. So you can see this box is small and this box is larger. So this is what the diagram. Take the measurement OP. See, again you write all this x-axis, y-axis. Then we write it as price, quantity demanded, everything. We have taken OP as 4 centimeter, OP1 as 2. Once you are used to it, don't write and all these things. Initially you write, you make a habit of it. Once you are used to the measurement part, why I'm giving you the measurement? Because the diagram will look as per your book. It should be in proportionate. Okay, whatever you are explaining, it should look like this. Otherwise, if you have drawn the diagram like this, for example, I will show you. This is initial price and this is new price, and you are showing something different like this. It will not look same. Okay, because we want to show that fall in price, demand has increased, but that increase in demand is more than 1. It should be look like same. That's why we have taken the measurement. Okay, now see, let's see the OQ1. If you are counting from O, then write 6 centimeter. Otherwise, if you are counting from Q to Q1, it is 4 centimeter. If you draw like this, then other things are very easy to understand. Now let's see the explanation part. In this case, when price falls from OP to OP1, now we will see the original diagram. Now see, when price falls from OP to OP1, 5% fall, demand rises. You can see here 5% fall, demand rises, but same explanation we are again repeating. Therefore demand curve has flatter. You can see it's becoming flatter. Okay, so demand curve is flatter in slope. Example, such type of things where you can find in the case of luxury goods like BMW car, air conditioners, LED TVs, etc. Because we react to the price and accordingly we purchase it. So it is called relatively elastic. Then moving on to the next part, relatively inelastic. Elasticity of demand is less than 1. Okay, elasticity of demand here, it is less than 1. See, proportionate percentage change in quantity demanded. Quantity demanded has changed. Your quantity demanded has changed. Okay, to what price has changed? First, price has changed and price has fallen. Demand has increased, but the reaction, see the figures here, the degree of responsiveness of demanded is very less compared to price. Means price has fallen, but our demand reaction is very less. For example, if price falls by 10%, but in the form of demand we have increased only 5%. So when percentage change in quantity demanded is 5% and percentage change in price is 10%. So it's coming half means 0.50. So elasticity of demand is less than 1. You can see it's less than 1. So therefore we are saying that it is less than the proportionate of percentage change in its price. Then demand is said to be relatively inelastic. Let's see the diagram part. Again, I am considering one box as 1 centimeter. Y-axis, x-axis 0, quantity demanded, rise of a commodity. Okay, now we will change the color so that you will understand. At OP, now my OP is 1, 2, 3, 4. OP is 4 centimeter. I'm writing over here so that you will draw like this. So OP, I have taken 4 centimeter measurement. Okay, now at OP I have taken here as after 2 centimeter OQ. Now draw this first. I will put the measurement part also. See, OP and OQ is 2 centimeter. Okay, now here we are saying that price has fallen. Price has fallen. So quantity demanded will obviously rise. But in this case, what we are going to show after 2 centimeter, here it is 2 centimeters from O, the price has fallen. So exactly I have taken half of it, OP half of it. So now I have reacted, but my reaction is less. So don't show 2, 4, 6 centimeter. Show it as 1 centimeter. Okay, so this is I'm showing Q to Q1 is 1 centimeter. When I join this, I get my DD curve. It's little bit steeper. Earlier it was flatter, steeper. Okay, hyperbola. Remember these words. We are done with the diagram. We have labeled it. I have given you the measurement part. See, from OP1 distance is only 2 centimeter. Then OQ1 distance is total 3 centimeter, or you can say Q to Q1 distance is 1 centimeter, whatever you feel. Label it properly. I have shown you how to draw the diagram. Now we will see the original diagram. See, in this case, the demand curve slopes downward. When price falls from OP to OP1, 10%, demand rises from OQ to OQ1. The demand for necessary goods like wheat, rice, said to be relatively inelastic. Now, where we find this relatively inelastic in case of necessary goods? I have already explained you in the case of salt or life-saving medicine. Even though the price falls, it's not like we go and purchase it more. Or in the same way, even though the price rises, we do not cut our demand, or our reaction is normal. Therefore we are saying that inelastic. We are not reacting, okay, it's very cheap, so we will go and purchase more and more, or if it's costly we will stop it. It's not like that. That's why relatively inelastic. Inelastic means what? We are not reacting at all, or our reaction is less than 1. Okay, so here we have finished our explanation of all three. Now remember one thing, I will explain you in short. We have seen right now in this video, we have seen 3 types. That is unitary elastic, then we have say relatively elastic, and next is relatively inelastic demand. Okay, so in all these 3 diagrams, whatever we have drawn, I have shown you the measurement. Here proportionate change in quantity demanded. Here the sentence, see, when proportionate percentage change in the quantity demanded of a commodity, you have to write everywhere same. When we say exactly equal to 1, it is unitary. When we say it is greater than 1, it is relatively elastic. And when we say that less than 1, see, the sentence is same, only this value is changing, greater than 1. So while writing the short note, or writing this answer, remember this word, the sentence, when the proportionate or percentage change in the quantity demanded of a commodity is dash than the proportionate or percentage change in its price. You have to write everywhere like this. Then you will write for unitary, you will write exactly equal, for elastic greater than 1, and for relatively inelastic you will write less than 1. Again after that, you compulsory you have to give the example. For this unitary you will write 10%, 10%. This is quantity demanded and price. Then for relatively elastic, 5% fall in price, rise in 10%, because your reaction is more, that's why it should be like this. And in relatively inelastic, 10% fall in price, exactly right opposite, because your reaction is less. Here reaction is more, here reaction is equal to what? Reaction we are giving to what? To our change in percentage change in price. Okay, in this way you will write the example, then you will write the formula, then you will put those numerical values in that formula, and you will get the answer. Then you will draw the diagram, and after the diagram write 2 to 3 lines about that diagram. Rectangular, hyperbola, deep steeper, or it is flatter, demand curve is flatter. All these things you have to explain it. I hope you have understood. I have given you the measurement also, so just do practice of writing this is very important from exam point of view. So in the next lecture I will explain you perfectly elastic and perfectly inelastic. Thank you, students.